welcome back to Pway. This is, what, episode 4?
Something like
I've
that.
already lost count.
I'm going... Yeah, let's just...
Coffee and mince, I'll be right over. You put egg on my face.
Big disgrace. Waving banner all over place.
You got egg on my face, big disgrace.
Are you... I'm not sounding, insulting while I'm talking like that.
It's the voice of the shark.
Well, it seems like we're putting that kind of voice to everyone. I mean, we could do, so many different voices here, but...
what other kind of voice would go with a shark that wants to eat you?
I don't know, we could go the Finding Nemo route with it.
I actually have not watched Finding Nemo.
Australian? An Australian accent.
Really?
Yes. Because...
See, I watched Shark Tale, and that had Jack Black as the shark. And you're going to
Was Jack
die.
Black in that one?
Yeah. Shark Tale, that was Jack Black.
Oh, okay. Yep, this was a mistake. I could have sworn there was something over here. I was horribly wrong.
Okay, he doesn't kill you in one hit.
Okay, yep, there it is. That's what I was looking for.
He's still...
Oh yeah, I know,
Oof.
he's still very much there.
Ooh. Oh! Oh! Do the doggy paddle. Go faster.
No, actually, having the bird doing all the work in this game makes you just move so much faster. The bird flies, the bird makes you walk faster, the bird ground pounds, the bird flies, the bird super jump. Really, it's just...
What the fuck is with this?
What? It's just a giant crab with giant googly eyes. If you
Giant...
haven't been paying attention to the rare formula...
His eyes are like moving up and down, like opposite each other. Is this a
yes.
boss?
Yes. Well, I mean, look at this. It's sort of, kind of how it's supposed to be, but it's also to just point out what his weak point is.
Okay. I thought you were gonna hit him in the face with eggs.
Nah. The problem with the first game is you can't really aim the eggs. I mean, you can, but...
Knockout Nipper.
Yeah, get it? Because he's a crab?
Nipper? Oh, yeah. Because he nips. That's funny.
And then we just go inside of his now disembodied house/corpse and, grab the egg, murder his children.
Murder his children.
And steal the puzzle piece that evidently was, I don't know, his stomach, his heart, whatever, however you want to interpret this.
Oh, the hermit
We
crab.
murdered something!
Killed the hermit and the crab.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that great? Oh, man.
murdered that crab in cold blood.
The, gosh, what were these, like the melancholy, what was that? It was strong sad.
Right.
But
as Sadie Dumpington.
Sadie Dumpington. But he was just... I can't describe it. He took solace in all the sad things, and he was happy about them?
Yes, because that's how his character figured, everything worked. Basically just spreading all sorts of, trying to spread good cheer, but, going
it's like,
about
my
it...
grandma died. Isn't that great? Your grandma died. Isn't that terrific? Is basically his attitude, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And when told to say sad and depressing things, he literally went, I've never heard of such a thing. What are you guys talking about?
So I cut that last part out of the end of the episode where I said what we were talking about.
Oh, yes,
Yes, so what we are talking about...
there's somebody
Yeah.
evidently.
We were talking about the new...
announcement from Capcom, yes.
Yes.
Which is in regards to something that was a very prevalent part of the...
I'm a little weirded out that they didn't officially announce it for the Switch, of all things, considering where all these games originally came from.
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe eventually, yeah.
Maybe they're in talks to Why did he?
Okay, he just disappeared.
Yeah, he was just like, screw this. I'm too cool for this shit.
Yeah, too cool
So,
for school.
anyways, what we're
fish.
referring to is what's being called or hailed as the Disney Afternoon Collection.
Yes.
For those who are too young to have any idea what the hell
Long
we're
time
talking
ago,
about,
in the 90s, there was
Back
a not a Saturday morning block, but it was like an after-school block that went from like what 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. or something.
well, it was like 2 to 5. I mean, it was to ensure that no matter what time zone it took place in, that the children's could, well, just go home, unwind after a horrible day of a flawed educational system, and just relax watching some Disney cartoons like
Yep.
Tailspin, DuckTales, Gargoyles, etc. and so forth.
Goof Troop.
Goof Troop was another one.
Yep.
So what Capcom is calling the Disney Afternoon Collection here is basically just all of Capcom's old
Classic NES games.
Yep.
Being ported, but also kind of. It's not remastered, but they've added extra little bits. You can, I guess, you can reverse time, I guess.
if you're too much of a scrub.
Yeah. If you suck real bad at video games.
Which, admittedly, with some of the Capcom games they're presenting, can be understandable. I mean, Tailspin and Darkwing Duck, for example, weren't what I would call easy games by any stretch of the imagination.
See, I never actually played Tailspin or Darkwing Duck. I've wanted them. I've watched like every episode, but I never played them.
Tailspin is kind of like a... Well, just a plane shooter.
Yeah, it just looked like Gradius or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good way of
Except
putting
you
it.
could shoot at like angles and stuff.
Well, yeah, except there's no, upgrade system. There's no sort of things like that.
The Tailspin cartoon was great.
Yeah, basically just going off of a lot of the characters from the old...
The Jungle Book.
And yes, I have to crack open that treasure chest doing that.
Yeah.
Any other attacks, you just kind of backflip off of it.
Shere Khan being like just the evil businessman kind of person, that was perfect.
Essentially...
Basically Mr. Burns.
What Mr. Burns is to The Simpsons is what Shere Khan was to Tailspin. He was the big business owner of the main town of the show called Cape Suzette, who essentially owned the town. Yeah, and this guy wasn't even, the main villain or anything. He was just kind of there as kind of a...
Like, the air pirates were like the villains.
Right. I would say he was more kind of a... I don't know, would you say kind of a mafia sort of nod, or...
I suppose. I mean, like, they did have to go and... They didn't interact with him often, but when
Probably
they did,
because
it
of
was
that.
always like, there's some real bad shit
There's
that's
some
going on.
shady shit going on with this guy, and the less we know about him, the better.
Yeah, whenever Shere Khan was involved, it was...
It just puts you at a permanent sense of unease.
Yeah.
Whereas the show's constant antagonist, the air pirate captain, if you remember his name...
I don't remember his name. It was like Jean something?
Nope.
No?
Nope. But I do not even know how to describe how the guy talked.
Hold on,
His name was Don Carnage.
Don Carnage.
Yep.
Yeah, here he is.
Yep.
The secondary antagonist. That's what they called it. Secondary antagonist.
He was the problem causer of like 90% of the show's problems. Secondary?
See, that's what the Wikia says. Hold on.
No, I'm only pausing
Give me a
because
sec.
I'm...
Well, yeah, keep going.
6?
Primary antagonist for Tailspin.
Why would they label Shere Khan as the primary antagonist? That makes zero sense.
Okay, so now I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, where I'm pulling the I'm trying to pull the Wikipedia page.
Thanks, Google.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my freaking phone is kind of slow. If I did this on my computer, it would be way faster, but yeah.
But it would also potentially screw up all the recording and stuff that we're doing here.
Let's see.
Plus, you'd be missing out on all of my stunning gameplay and witty commentary.
Hire for Hire. It's got Baloo. It's got... Kit Cloud Kicker was the little boy.
His
right?
sidekick, yeah.
Yeah, the side.
They don't label the owner of Hire for Hire as the main antagonist, do they?
What, Rebecca Cunningham?
Yeah.
No, she's not an antagonist.
Well, I'm just trying to think of who on earth they would label as the primary antagonist, but the only other possibility is
It's gotta be Shere Khan, right? Because we get
no one else was recurring enough to really
Molly Cunningham, Wildcat.
Yeah.
We
Oh, by the way, Return of Belch speak.
You got
It's even funnier when sped up.
Don Carnage, voiced by Jim Cummings.
Yep.
His voice was kind of like lighter, like.
You would have to listen to, sound clips of this guy to really understand just what kind of a voice he has, because I literally cannot put words to it.
Yeah.
It's like several different things mashed together. It's
Mad Dog, Dump Truck,
his flunkies, or at least the
Gibber, Hacksaw, Ratchet. Oh, Ratchet was voiced by Rob Paulson.
Yep, this was
The
back in the
Yakko Warner.
This was back in the late '80s and '90s when people like Rob Paulson and Jim Cummings did a lot of voiceover work, and we mean a lot.
Sadie, Jock, Will,
Bob, Ted,
Colonel
Steve.
Ivanod Spigot.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. He was just
The Thembrians.
Is it really just saying anything for what it considers the main antagonist, though?
No. I'm looking around. The problem is...
I guess whoever drew up the Wikia for this particular... Wikia page is just figuring he's the main antagonist.
Let me check on Shere Khan here. Cape Suzette.
Another switch.
Well-armed Air Force and Navy, complete with battleships.
Yep.
Referred to as gunships.
Yep.
Khan is willing to act nobly at times.
If it means satisfying his own ends, sure.
Shown to respect Baloo's piloting skills.
Okay, there we go.
Huh.
So
yeah.
hey, take a look at the whole world here.
That is the whole entire world.
And how certain edges of the map get kind of glossed over with a blue overtone.
Well, I mean...
Again, Nintendo 64 could only do so much.
That's your draw distance there. Oh. Oh, that did hurt.
Yep, there is fall damage here.
So we got DuckTales 1 and 2.
Chip
we got
and Dale
Chip and Dale
Rescuing
1 and 2.
Rangers 1 and 2.
And we got Darkwing Duck, and then we got Tailspin.
So, yeah.
I always thought that, I mean, I'm happy that they're including DuckTales, but at the same time, we have remastered.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They remastered
that's
it.
True.
It's in like HD and all that.
Well, I guess they figured they couldn't just leave it at 4 games, or else people would feel cheated, right?
Well, I mean that would have been 5 games.
And
we don't even know what the price is. Yeah, there's 6, but so it would be 5 if they didn't include DuckTales 1.
There's DuckTales 1 and 2 in there.
Yeah, there's DuckTales 1 and 2. So if they didn't include DuckTales, then they would still have DuckTales 2.
Then they wouldn't have included DuckTales 2, because really that would just go from pointless to extra pointless.
Well, it'd be like, hey, guys, go and buy DuckTales Remastered, because we spent money making this game.
We spent money telling this particular company that we hired to remake this game.
Yeah.
Get to it. Chop, chop.
It's like, well, didn't they also remaster that Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion?
Not very well.
Not well? Oh.
No.
I remember, like...
I mean, gameplay-wise, you know what? I don't really even know that. It's just, I remember there being something about the game itself that was just garbage.
Which we'll talk a little bit more about that on the next episode of Pway.
Yeah, that's good. Just pause staring at that dead guy's crouch.